Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a magic ring, also known as a magic circle. It is used to anything that is made by a round shape to it. So think of anything round, maybe a pair of socks or a beanie, mostly used in amigurumi. As you can see, a round start and finish to it. So think of anything that has a round shape to it. That is when you would use a magic ring. You will need a hook, some scrap yarn or a stitch marker, have a needle and a pair of scissors and your yarn. That would be it. To start off your magic ring, you gotta make the loop of the magic ring. And you're gonna do that by grabbing some yarn. Make sure that the tail, the end yarn, is facing down to your pinky, just like this. So you're gonna place it on your hand, and with your thumb, you're gonna hold it in place on your ring finger, like this. And then you're gonna separate your index fingers and take your yarn and wrap it around, but you have to go across your fingers, like that. Let me grab some more yarn. And then come back up and cross it over the opposite direction and come back down and hold it in place with your thumb on the ring finger. And then you will have a X shape. Do you turn it around and you'll have two parallel lines. So now we have the X and the two parallel lines on the other side. So you're gonna turn your hand this way, and then with your hook, you're gonna go underneath the first strand of yarn right here. And make sure the hook is downward. And then you go down, up, and grab the second piece of yarn. And then you're gonna pull it. But while we pull it, we're gonna twist our hook, okay? So pull on the yarn and then twist it, right? So now we have a loop on our hook. So this piece of yarn right here is the part we wanna grab. So we're gonna go down, grab it, and then yarn over and pull it through that loop. And now you have the loop of the magic ring. So this part here is the loop, and this is where your magic ring will begin. The knot you see around the loop, you can tighten by pulling on your working yarn. So now it's been tightened up. To adjust the size of the magic ring, just pull on the tail yarn and see it shrink. Now we're ready to work our single crochets into the loop of the magic ring by placing our hook beneath these two strands of yarn. Now take your hook and place it into the magic ring underneath the two strands of yarn. Now you will yarn over and pull through. Now we have two loops on your hook, and then you'll yarn over, pull through both loops, and you will have your first single crochet. Let me show you one more single crochet. So you bring your hook beneath the two strands of yarn, and then you will yarn over, pull through. Now you'll have two loops on your hook, yarn over again, and pull through both loops. And that would be your second single crochet. Keep going until you have 6 single crochets in total. Count your stitches as you go along. Now we're done working in our 6 single crochets, and we're ready to close the gap in the magic ring. So make sure your single crochet stitches are facing outwards, away from the circle, if that makes sense. And then you pull on your working yarn while holding the stitches in place, and then you'll just pull all that you can so it closes up. You see how it gets smaller? So just pull tight to close it all the way. And now you're almost ready to work on your magic ring. So this is how it looks. Now if you look at the center of your magic ring, you can see there is a little gap here. And this is the gap that we're gonna be closing right now. And we're gonna close it by using what is called a slip stitch. If you want to place a stitch marker, this would be the time to place it. I would place it in the center of the gap, and that would indicate to me in the next round where my last stitch should be. Or you can use a scrap of yarn, which is the one that I'm gonna use and prefer. Place the piece of yarn in the gap that I showed you before and hold it in place with your fingers. And now we're ready to work our single crochets. Now we're gonna go into the first stitch that we made and make a slip stitch. And this is the way we're gonna close the gap that was in our magic ring. Now we're gonna yarn over and pull it through that stitch. And then we're gonna pull that loop through the first loop we had on our hook, and that is a slip stitch. Now you make one chain and you're ready to work your single crochets in the next round. Now you will work an increase in each stitch all around. Since you have 6 stitches and you're making an increase in each one, that would leave you with 12 stitches in total when finished the round. If you don't know how to make increases, please watch my other video where I show you how to do that. And remember to count your stitches. Now I'm done with making all of my increases and I have 12 stitches in total. Now we're gonna work 1 single crochet and 1 increase all the way around. So I'm gonna make 1 single crochet now. Just like this. And now I'm ready to go into the next stitch and make an increase. Now I'm at 3 stitches in total because I made an increase. Keep making 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way around, and you should have 18 stitches when you're done. Remember to count your stitches as you go. Now I finished my 18 stitches and now you know how to make a magic ring. I also made a video where I make a amigurumi ball, and in that video you will learn how to increase, decrease, and how to start from finish a round shape, and also how you close a magic ring when you're finished. So go find that video if you need more information, but by now you should have learned the basics of how to do a magic ring. Thank you for watching and please subscribe and like this video.